somebody decided to make it Kiss and Makeup Day in America. And our poll question, Chris Brockman, do you want to unpack it where it currently stands?
Yeah,
right now?
so it's who in sports needs to kiss and make up. So
Good.
Here's what we got for options. The 76ers and the process, the Astros and Joe Kelly, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay front office, you, Rich, and James Dolan. You guys need to kiss and make up. At Rich Eisen Show on Twitter right now.
There's some ways to go with this one, okay? First of all, the Aaron Rodgers and the Packers front office, that needs to happen for the benefit of everybody, okay?
Sure
Green
does.
Bay and all that. The only people who are saying that right there like they shouldn't is any Packer haters, which is, I guess, what the rest of the NFC North,
Yes.
for sure.
Bears fans for sure.
The Sixers in the process, I think sometimes things just run its course.
I don't give a damn about the process.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, Brett Brown fired yesterday.
I know that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
And in terms of Brett Brown being fired, everybody saw that one coming.
Yep.
That was the move Elton Brand had to make in order to, I guess, save his own job.
I mean, he's been on the fence about losing his job for the last couple of years.
I'd love to know, who in the world would love to see Joe Kelly make up with the Astros? No, not me. Not me.
No, you're down with the...
Oh, I cannot wait. If I'm not mistaken, if you care to look it up, because I must be at the steering wheel of this program, I do believe September 14th and 15th is the return engagement of Astros and Dodgers. And as Dusty Baker returns to the stadium where he was one of Lasorda's main thumpers back in the 70s, with Garvey and Say and Russell and Lopes and Yeager, Reggie Smith. Those were the Dodgers of yore. He's coming back, and as we all know, the guy on the screen was called skinny ass by Dusty, as Justin Turner let us know last week, right?
September 12th and 13th.
12th and 13th, everybody. Joe Kelly needs to be on that mound. We want him on that mound. We need him on that mound. America requires Joe Kelly to be on that mound. And it requires him to just still be as pissed as ever. Even though he was part of a Red Sox team that had Apple Watches and then utilized some of the fruits of the Astros' labor by hiring their manager, who got also excommunicated from the sport.
And who will be the Red Sox manager next year?
No chance.
No chance?
No, they're not
I'll
bringing
take it 100%.
They're not
He
bringing
was
him back.
basically exonerated from anything that having to do with the Red Sox and any of that stuff. He will be back.
How much would you care to place of American dollars on that desk that Alex Cora is not the manager
Name the
of
price.
the Boston Red Sox?
Have you seen how it's going this year?
Doesn't matter.
He's coming back.
Find something new, to use a phrase.
He's coming back.
No chance. No way.
Why?
You know what? You need to kiss and make up with reality. That's what you need to do.
I cannot wait for a year from now.
Why can't the Red Sox find somebody else than Alex Cora to do the job? And maybe
Because they're not going to win 120 games like Alex Cora's led team did.
How did they win 120 games, Chris?
Exactly.
By winning.
You don't think that had a little bit of
Come
enhancement?
on. Exactly.
Major League
None of
Baseball
it?
said no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my goodness.
you guys need to get over that. Yankee fan
Strike.
who also was doing something nefarious.
Who are you going to hire instead? A.J. Hinch?
I'd take him.
I know you would.
I mean,
So I'm sure the Mets wouldn't mind having Carlos Beltran right now.
Here's what's amazing. Okay? I kind of made fun of the fact that my best dad ever sign is now in its third month running. The Astros scandal and the announcement of it is only 7 months ago.
I know.
All right? Soon to be 8.
Yeah.
That's it. And I remember pre-pandemic how pissed we all were.
They were the biggest villain in sports.
Flipping out about it. And then Alex Cora, and honestly, it went so spinning out of control. Carlos Beltran didn't even manage a game for the Mets. And
was there
now
like a month,
enough
maybe?
water's under the bridge now for Alex Cora to return to the helm of the Boston Red Sox in 2021. Not a shot on this earth
All right, we'll see.
No. What would you like to put? What do you want to do? We could come up with something. How much did you lose on the Blazers last night?
I don't want to say.
To the point where, wow.
Oof.
Keep that one under your shirt that you still have on. This is all to avoid answering the subject that no one in America wants to see me kiss and make up with James Dolan. Nor does he even
that's
care
what
about
I
it.
voted for.
I want to
do
see
you
you
guys-
front row at a
Why?
concert, Rich.
Yeah, that's what I voted for.
Dead
Rich
center
and
of the
James
concert.
Dolan.
The only reason why I would want to consider to do this is, by the way, that's his reaction to even the concept of it. is I wonder if fans are allowed back in Madison Square Garden, if I'd be allowed to walk in there.
You think your picture's up at all the
I don't
years
think
that
so.
you've
I mean,
done?
I don't profess to say that what we say here
Sure.
Rich, I'd buy the
is
ticket
bulletin
next
board
to
material for billionaires. I don't expect that.
Rich, I'd buy the ticket for you
But
to sit right behind him.
Someone
or
in the
next to him.
Knicks organization has heard
Mm-hmm.
because you've probably gone on what, 20, 30 Dolan wormhole rants over the last
Easy,
few
20,
years?
30.
Well,
Higher. It's like card shark.
my favorite Dolan wormhole rant, just in case people might be new here, is I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan from back in the day, but James Dolan's suckage and his awfulness has sucked the life of Knicks fandom out of me. And the last straw was him sitting there and watching Charles Oakley get dragged out of the Garden, needing Phil Jackson to run and try and smooth things over, and he let him sit in custody overnight.
Kevin.
That was the last straw for me. I mean, Oakley, for me, is one of the greatest Knicks of all time. So, at any rate, my favorite Dolan wormhole rant.
That was over 3 years ago.
You know what? The Dolan wormhole, it doesn't matter to me.
February of 2017.
We're not
Oakley
kissing
got
and making
dragged.
up over that. My favorite Dolan wormhole rant that I went on was when we came back from Nashville after a tremendous NFL draft in the home of the Titans and music and barbecue, and it was amazing. What an incredible spectacle that was. And showing off a part of the country and the fandom that the draft never would have. After the draft went to Dallas, that indoor draft, after the draft went to Philadelphia. How great was that? In Chicago, too. Showing off all these great fandoms that would never have been shown off by the draft if James Dolan never told the NFL several years ago that they had to move their draft because he, at Radio City Music Hall, wanted to have an Easter spectacular that caused the NFL to push into Mother's Day weekend a draft, causing the NFL to say, maybe we should look elsewhere for the draft. And then, by the way,
Now it's never going
typical
back.
of Dolan's brilliance, they never held that Easter spectacular.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it together. So they pushed the NFL off a date, causing the NFL to say, maybe New York's not the end-all, be-all. And they may never go back now.
No, that's
Never.
done. Unless they do
Well,
it in New
we're
York.
knocking on wood that we can go to Cleveland and then Vegas, because
Yep.
Vegas got canceled this year,
Right.
which is amazing. That was just only 4 months ago. And it was just 5 months ago where we were thinking, well, maybe Vegas can happen if we social distance. Literally. Oh, I got a good kiss and make up. How about Jalen and Chris Webber
That's a good one.
for us in the Fab Five?
That's a good one. Sarah texted me, what about the Cubs and Sammy Sosa? He's not allowed back. at
Or
Wrigley.
Cubs fans and
Cubs and
Bartman.
Bartman? There you go. That needs to happen.
Or Bartman and Walkman. I think Steve Bartman killed Walkman. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.